Hill sponsors Martin vs Joshua on Sky Sports Box Office.
CASSIUS,
the new heavyweight champ is going to get. We're never going to get in there. We're never going to get near him.
KUGAN CASSIUS for Froch. Carl, we've just seen a new IBF heavyweight world champion Anthony Joshua. You were there tonight. What did you make of it, first of all?
I thought it was fantastic. It was almost, I said it on Sky, it was almost too easy for him, but you can't fault him because it was a crisp, well-timed counter right hand. He just leaned back slightly, got off to the side of the attack coming at him from Charles Martin, and it was a nicely placed, perfectly timed right hand. Didn't look that much, but they're the ones that do the damage. They're the ones that hurt. So it was quick. It was over too soon. I wanted Josh to get more rounds, and I wanted him to get more ring craft and more experience at this sort of level with this atmosphere against a supposed world level opposition in Charles Martin. Maybe he was good, Charles Martin, and maybe Joshua was just too good, but I wanted him to get 6, 7, 8 rounds in the bank like he did with Dylan White, because you learn so much from them fights, and he'd have learned a bit because he's champ now, but it was too easy for him. He's in first gear, wasn't he, Josh? But Mike Tyson was in first gear in a lot of his fights, and he went on and reigned and dominated for years, so you might be looking at the next Mike Tyson.
How does Joshua fare with the likes of Hay and Fury?
I think they're both tough fights for all of them, for Hay, Fury. You wouldn't put him in there to start with, and like I say, you're not learning much from the fight tonight, but he didn't put a foot wrong, did he? He just made it look too easy. Nobody saw that coming. Nobody predicted that. I mean, there's a couple behind the scenes saying that they saw it coming, but I didn't hear any of it. I heard he was going to come out early and throw some big shots, but I was surprised that he did it with such ease. But he's a big, strong man, Josh. He can fight. You don't win Olympic gold if you can't fight. And he was just so relaxed, wasn't he? Walked back to his corner nonchalantly, smiling, just whatever, taking it in his stride. We had that little bit of arrogance about him, and that's what you need. So I just think now he's champion, you get a couple of defences. He doesn't need to fight anyone too big straight away, does he? Get a few rounds in, probably get 2 more rounds in, 2 more fights in, and then he can step up to, like you just mentioned there, Fury, David Hay, Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder's still a work in progress, even though he's had 30-odd fights. We still don't know about him. So it's fascinating. It's great for British boxing. I'm so happy and proud of Josh. I've known him so long, and obviously. I don't want to say too much about what goes on in the training, but I'm happy for his whole team around him.
All right, Carl Froch, thank you very much for the full team. We'll let you get off with your Louis Vuitton bag.
Don't know what you're on about.
So Jules by Asda.
It's Rachel's.
Sure thing. Carl, thank you very much.
Yeah, pleasure, mate.
Cheers.
William Hill sponsors Martin vs Joshua on Sky Sports Box Office.